front of the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the matter with King? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front of the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. How the hell my elbow hit that? I was busy working over here, but you know what? You not gonna stop Fight Night Fridays. No, you not gonna stop Fight Night Fridays. Hell yeah, let's give a shout out to Lieutenant Hawk. Yeah. Welcome to New York. You know where we at with this. Straight just like that. Eric Von Eric, salute you, soldier. The one and only Shrek. Dad? That's crazy. Reclaimer Rob, what's going on? Isaac Hayes, 85. Ooh. I was going to say spend the night, but that's this guy. Anyway, you know what it is. Lamont Davis, what's going on? And E Ranks. Let's go. We're about to get busy today. The boy just finished doing his 10 miles. Well, I think it was less than 10 miles today because my son was there and we stopped to do static exercises. So what static exercises is like you hold static squat positions, like how monks hold squat positions. So I was teaching them how to do a traditional wall sit without having a wall. So teaching them proper posture. Then we get into plank mode, get down to do your planks, and then you hold push-up position. You try to hold that for a minute. Same thing with planks. You try to make your planks hold for a minute. And, you know, you do that. We do our jumping jacks. We do our calf raises and stuff like that. But hitting the track hard as possible. So I think I probably was short 4 laps today. So I got to make those 4 laps up tomorrow. But we at it again. So what did I have for lunch? Today's lunch consisted of Greek yogurt with blueberries. And buddy, I've been on this cottage cheese thing, right? Okay, so trying different foods that I didn't try before, understanding that you can get protein from different sources is probably my shtick right now. So the protein that I'm getting from a different source right now is cottage cheese. But I mix it with Manuka honey. And cottage cheese for some people has a real salty, heavy taste. So I've mixed it with the Manuka honey. Buddy, it is absolutely delicious. So I showed Stevie Ray, Dip Down. You know him as Dip Down, you know him and his wife, Amber, they're Dip Down. But Stevie Ray, the other half of the team, I was texting him and he showed me he made a chicken vegan sandwich. And he was like, it was made out of tofu. So I was just like, okay, I'll try that. I'll figure it out. I'll see if I like it. I'm not going to tell you that I've tried tofu in a great extent. I probably had it in my salad, but I'm going to figure it out and check it out, see what it is. I'm open to new experiences. Pause, watch your mouth because you guys are weird. But I've been watching today how Grand Theft Auto has been going crazy. Now, it's one site. One guy put up there, well, you went to this known faker site that reports fake Grand Theft Auto news. Buddy, I pulled up something that I saw on Twitter, and I don't really care. I talked about it because it's a talking point. I said, if this thing is real. But again, you're so hell-bent on King gotta be wrong. Who cares? Buddy, grow up. And then he was like, you went to a known Trump site. Like, I got an app that says these guys support Trump, and I'm gonna go and not go to. Listen, you can take that political stuff and shove it in your ass. I really don't care about it at all. I don't think about it. I don't care about it. When I decide to vote for whoever I decide to vote for, that's when I do that stuff. That's when I do that. I sit there and I go through the list of stuff that I want to do. Oh, y'all feel that? Oh, The music's back. Edmund Burns, he's back in the building. Member for 8 months. Soldier S rank. Mr. Burns, do you know the music is here? Do you know this is what we do? Said, what's the crack, KD? Microsoft reward points got me Grand Theft Auto 6. You're not the only one, baby. You're not the only one, baby. See, if you mess with Xbox, Grand Theft Auto 6 could be free for you. Free for you. Free for you. Free for you. Get your rewards up, baby. Make it happen. We playing a different game over here. Let those dudes pay like they weigh. But we found out Sony's deleting shit anyway. Imagine you waking up. You said, baby, remember your favorite movie, The Notebook? Let's go watch that. It's gone. Just like that. It's over. Yeesh. Yeesh. Yo, this digital world is crazy, man. This digital world is crazy. We're locked in. We're in a stranglehold. We're held hostage. Oh, honey, delicious. I'm gonna tell you, man. Not to make fun of you guys, because I'm serious. That's you paid money for something. You really paid money for something, and you woke up and it's gone. They didn't even refund you, right? I mean, I got the article, and we're gonna go into it because, again, I tell you, I like to read them fresh-faced to react to it, so you can get the organic reaction. Unlike other people that want to have this best image of their self online, and they have to be as pristine and always right as possible. Oh, yeah, look at that. I got whatchamacallit in my beard. Look at that, see? That goes into that right there. These dudes, not saying that you're not supposed to care about stuff. I'm just saying a lot of these dudes are so preoccupied with the perception of what everybody else has of them that they're never real. A lot of these guys are phony. And I get a chance to see it when I meet them. Because they be like, oh man, you just like you are online. You change up? That must be hard. That must be hard. Trying to fit in a mold to try to fit somebody else's thing. But Sony doing what they're doing, man. And they're not the only ones. Let's keep it real. I remember not too long ago, Xbox or Microsoft had did this with their movie store. Remember their movie store? And they did some weird thing where they like cut it out, and the movies that you did have, you was able to download them or go to some app or something stupid. And I mean, I still got the app, and I did have some of my digital movies there, and I still got them there. I think it's like 50 of them that I did purchase or that I did get in some weird way. Oh, when I was buying Blu-rays, and you know how you get the digital code, and you're able to put the digital code in, you get the digital movie. That's when, you know, Blu-rays was trying to transfer you over to the digital entity so you could build your digital library along with your physical library. So when you get rid of your physical library, you still have the licensing. That was a good thing that they was doing back then. That's when they was pro-consumer until now. And we're starting to witness and realize that these larger corporations want us to absolutely own nothing. Everybody. You can sit there, you can talk about how Steam is so forward-facing for the consumer and so great for the consumer, GOG and all these other places. At some point in time, somebody's going to hit that switch and your digital self is going to be deleted in some form or fashion. Something's going to happen. I mean, I guess there's some fail-safes that you could take that game and transfer it to this place and that place, and it will exist at some point in time where it's not left on a server where you don't have access to it. But where the hoops that you got to jump through in order to be digitally safe is too much. It's too much. You know, I think it was like, what was it? Terminator 2? Let's get to the topic, man. Let's just get over there. Let me get rid of this. Let me get to that. Because I was like, I say, you know what? I didn't at first. My topic today was going to be Grand Theft Auto and the pre-orders because the pre-orders is wild. Like I got people that's in my DMs telling me now you respect the gangster of Grand Theft Auto, and I'm like, buddy, I didn't know y'all dudes is strong out in the streets like this. Like, damn, like I didn't know it was like that. Be real. I'm serious. Like, it's a whole different world. And then I said, okay, that could be a topic. Then I was like, let me see what else stupid Xbox did. Then I looked at some stuff that Jason Schreier talked about, and Jason Schreier was talking about how the people aren't fired at compulsion. It's just the fact that the higher ups gave them the opportunity to seek jobs elsewhere, knowing that they will be affected after the 30th. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I said, that's like a cool boss thing to do. Like, yo, I will let you go put your resume out there so you can get gainful employment before your benefits run out. And I thought that was a nice thing. Oh, let's get it. Let's go. Smell like armpits.
At Hollywood Rules 2673 donated $2 through Super Chat. Regulation needs to happen to protect the consumer.
Facts. I think we was too willy-nilly with this Hollywood. I think we was too gung-ho, too quick to be the first in the digital space to own some digital real estate, to be the first one to tell you that I buy all my stuff digitally. I don't get up to press a button. I don't do anything. I don't get no disc. I don't put it in. And it's just there. And I could tell the quality. See, because the quality, it was always quality versus physical. And, we had the audio files and the video files that would tell you how the bit rate was. And I got high definition Blu-ray players upstairs, standalone high definition Blu-ray players that would broadcast your Blu-ray to the highest extent because I was on the holdout team of physical. I still got discs upstairs. I got a whole crate full of Blu-ray discs upstairs. Not even a crate. It's a giant box full of movies. But little by little, I was wore down. PlayStation, and this is brought to you by Kotaku and John Walker. PlayStation is deleting 551 movies from consumers' accounts, reminding us nothing digital truly lasts forever, or is truly ours. Movies like Rambo, like, yo! Bridget Jones' Diary, The Deer Hunter are all being unceremoniously removed. Now, these are movies from my age. I remember going to the movies to go see Total Recall. I remember when Terminator 2 was a big thing. So a lot of us Gen Xers went out and got movies that reminded us of our past. And we were already apprehensive in getting any digital versions of anything that we had anyway. Now, with these weird Mandela effects going on where they are going back and scrubbing digital movies and changing stuff around so they can skew our reality, conspiracy theorist stuff talking. What is going on with, we thought we did something, we purchased, we did our part. We didn't do anything to violate terms of service. We didn't take the license and make copies. So why are movies being deleted from customers who took the time out, who supported you, who gave their end of the bargain? They kept up their end of the bargain. Your end of the bargain was supposed to keep us digitally safe. Like Hollywood Rules says, governmental regulations at some point in time has to preserve what we purchased. There has to be a tripwire in which, no matter how long we've had this digital license of these movies, that we get refunded in full. You see, but the problem is the numbers on said movies get skewed. The receipts get forgotten. Times erases, and we're left holding the bag. Sony is contacting PlayStation Store users who have brought movies from the platform that was distributed by Studio Canal, like Terminator 2, Total Recall, and Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, to say you will no longer be able to access your previously purchased content from Studio Canal, and it will be removed from your video library. There's no mentions of any refunds or make goods for the affected users. Sony simply says films are going away due to our content licensing agreement. Once again, reaffirming the fact that you are never truly buying anything that's digital, just temporarily renting. With people going at us with Game Pass, they constantly tell us that Game Pass is a rental service and that we truly don't own, and we're happy to rent. In all seriousness, aren't we all just renting? With a bigger concern happening with Grand Theft Auto 6. And I want you to think about this. Because Grand Theft Auto 6 is a title that in the beginning you can only purchase digitally. You will have to link your ID to it, supposedly. At some point in time, we'll have some subscription type service to it, supposedly. This title will be digitally inclined all across the boards, from the rooter to the tutor. And I'm pretty sure thousands, if not millions of us, will put digital effort into this game, with real life dollars poured into this game. And who's to say there won't be a glitch somewhere along the way that digitally erase your license, that removes your supposed ownership. We're at a point right now where we digitally unsafe. 551 games movies is a hell of a lot of movies. And I'm pretty sure one of our favorite movies is along in that collection. Like, I really like Terminator 2 and I really like Total Recall. They happen to be Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, which is really funny within the say itself. But I really want to know, have you been affected? Is it something with you? Is it incumbent upon the parent company to keep these licensee deals? Oh, let's go. Thank you.
At XViper93 donated $10 through Super Chat. You will own nothing and be happy was not a conspiracy. They're pricing people out to the point that you are renting the license, and now you will have to rent the hardware. Digital bill of right now.
You know something? You're not lying. When consoles became online only, remember when the Xbox One was talking that rhetoric and everybody tried to rebel, not knowing that the PlayStation 4 was doing the same thing? The last offline console probably was the Nintendo 64, right? When we're looking at these cartridge-based consoles that delivered our games how we wanted it, in the manner that we wanted it, without being intruded upon by parent companies. Now we're at a point where they are progressively becoming worse. Like, little by little, they steal more and more of what we championed before. Like, I can remember when consoles was coming out, we would all sit back and wonder at the new tech that they were going to wow us with. It got to a point where you hear the parrots talking the same talking rhetoric. They all saying the same thing. We have reached the ceiling of diminishing returns. No, we haven't. you have reached the ceiling in which the parent companies were willing to provide tech that shows the difference. That's what we hit. That's the ceiling that we hit, because tech is always scalable. Tech will always be better. But what they started doing was, how can they give you the same exact thing, but make it different? And let me give you a for instance. Like I was telling my wife, I was like, man, if reincarnation is real, I can't wait to do this over again, because I cannot wait to go back to when Twinkies was Twinkies. Remember when you used to eat a Twinkie? And this is for us Gen Xers. Twinkies had that cream filling in the middle, pause, and it was a nice, good cake that was around it. Nowadays, that creamy filling is changed to what they use. They use like the saturated oils, and the cake around it is a processed dough crap. And it's absolutely disgusting. Whereas our candy back in the days used to use cane sugar, now they use some type of animal fats to achieve the same thing. And that's what I'm talking about. We used to have raw tech, raw hardware, right? That will give us what we wanted. Look at the specs coming out. The Nintendo 64 specs is going to be like silicon graphics, whatever the hell, right? And you get so wrapped up in the pure power of the console. How much RAM, how much pure polygons that it can push. And it was all 60 frames per second, so we didn't care because it was all native. All that stuff was native. What is the native throughput in which we was able to get stuff? Now, with artificial frame gens and all this other stuff, it changes. It changes. But that was only acceptable because of our change to digital. Once they realize that they roped us in, they're able to do things digitally to us, and we're held hostage. So looking at all these movies being deleted, what's the recourse? Is it a class action lawsuit in which we can all band together and have this conversation? Because we all will have been wronged in the same way from the same company, based upon them not willing to pay for the license to keep our movies intact. And they send out just a little email or a note letting you know, well, the licensing agreement couldn't be kept, and we decided to go in this direction. I'm pretty sure if that affected some CEO someplace, somebody with influence, that wouldn't happen. But being that we're looked upon as nothing, just consumers that will consume mouth breathers, it's okay. And when is enough enough? Like, when is enough to the point that owning absolutely nothing, because you don't own, I don't care how much you spend for it digitally. Like, you would like to shame everybody inside Game Pubs, but think about it. If this whole glass house comes crashing down, this house of cards comes crashing down, and all your digital library goes to just goes, wouldn't all the Game Pass people be hailed as the savants, as Albert Einstein, geniuses, Jimmy Neutrons? Like, wouldn't they be all held to the standard of they understood to own everything for as little as possible without owning anything at all? Wouldn't they be looked upon as the intelligent ones? Because right now, seeing this, and I didn't think that this would be the topic today, talking about movies leaving. Like, that was not on my bucket list. These guys are trading bad day for bad day. One day is Xbox, next day is Sony. Next day is Xbox. Next day is Sony. It's like they sit back and say, yo, I bet you I could top whatever stupidness you did yesterday. Then he's like, I bet you can't. You ain't see this coming. 551 movies. Say word. I got you. Wait till Monday. That type of stuff. And I'm like, yo, these dudes is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. I mean, this is gold for content. If you make content, you can sit there. You got so much stuff to talk about. But at the end of the day, it's bizarre to even think that, oh, nobody's fighting. Like, I don't see it. Like, I don't see my timelines going crazy. I don't see anybody going buck wild. I don't see nobody raising no arms. But, and let me tell you, for you Sony guys, let me tell you something. I know it's cool to bag on Xbox when Xbox does something stupid. But you have to be able to police yourself. You have to be able to stand up when you're wronged, and stand up and police yourself. You have to band together and fight for that. Because I don't care what it is. I mean, if Xbox does something stupid, I'm going to go after them, bro. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't work for them, so I don't care. But if PlayStation does something stupid, y'all can't just turn a blind eye and just be like, well, sometimes licensing agreement. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, just be bold enough, because you know why I'm saying that? Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Because I noticed when Bungie was being closed, like y'all was so with the fake concern, talking about compulsion, Ninja Theory, and all that other stuff. Y'all don't even partake in the Xbox ecosystem. Y'all don't care about any of the stuff that we got going on over here. All you want is Xbox games. But when Sony, the rumors is closing Bungie, and then they come out and they told you that Bungie, a lot of the staff is going to go. I didn't hear no one talking. I heard Reforge say that he hoped that Sony would have saw the value of Bungie. He came from playing Destiny. He cares about Bungie in a sense that a lot of us that actually played Destiny and it was there for years actually cares about the studio. And those people that were from Xbox that was playing Halos, the originals, we have a different affinity when it comes to Bungie. And we migrated over when they went to Destiny because we supported them there. And when they went from this studio to that studio or publisher to that publisher and found their way over to Sony, we still hope that they would be able to survive. And even us fools that went out and brought Marathon, hoping that we can get some of that Bungie magic. And the gunplay is still there, man. Bungie is still Bungie. But it's like it turned into something else. But Sony went out to specifically go get Bungie to do one thing. That one thing was to help make live service games great in the PlayStation environment. But they're killing them off. But then they come out with this. And let me tell you something. If you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. I will always have the foresight to set up every segment. I told you I'm the best at doing this. But this is brought to you by Insider Gaming Network. And let me tell you something. If you don't know about the Insider Gaming app, I think you should. Because Lords After Dark is probably, if not the best, one of the best shows on the premium app. Now, I want you to go over to Insider Gaming and go get the app. Go check it out. You download it for free. But we're behind a paywall. And trust and believe. You see one episode, you know why myself, Lord Cognito, Lord Attic, and Lord Sovereign, when we are after dark, we're different animals. But go check that out on Insider Gaming app. Now, and this is brought to you by Sam Sepito. PlayStation wants to revitalize the gaming market with live service games. It seems PlayStation is not done with live service titles yet and wants to focus more on first-party and third-party content. If that isn't a kick in the gonads, you have Bungie. They have a title that can actually boost you to the stratosphere with Destiny 3. Literally, what you need, but you're gutting out the studio, but then putting out this type of language. My question is, how many of you are falling for the trap? This has got to be some type of weird inceptional. This has got to be a joke. That you're closing down Bungie a day before. This is what I'm talking about. They're trading blows. Oh, let's go. Let's get it.
At Spartan 6616 donated $5 through Super Chat. Isn't Sony still paying the layaway payments for Bungie? Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Facts. You know the wild stuff about that is, I don't know if they finished paying that off. Could you imagine getting rid of something and still having payments on it? That's like getting rid of your car, but you still got car notes. That's insane. Live service games and PlayStation have not had the best relationship historically. A major example is Concord, and now Destiny 2 has joined the list of live service games that did not turn out well for PlayStation. Despite these setbacks, Sony remains hopeful and plans to continue developing more live service games. Before going any further, consider downloading this is that app. PlayStation believes live service attracts users on a global level. Now, I believe live service games attract gamers, but let me tell you how you're supposed to do live service games now in the climate. And this is the reason why I don't believe Sony actually is genuine when it comes to this. Because what they want to do is they want to sell you these games. They don't understand the competition in this space is very fast and furious. And you got to have at least 3 studios dedicated to putting out content for your live service game. But your live service game must start out as free. And then you monetize them on cosmetics that doesn't affect gameplay. So that means you have to be stylish, you have to be hip, you have to be edgy. But most of all, you have to make collabos. You have to make collabos with what is trendy, what is the hot topic, and what are some cool characters that can exist in the worlds that you're making. And doing so, that means you have to give. Oh, let's go.
At Minimum FRC donated $2 through Super Chat. Sony put that layaway on that GTA 6 marketing. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
I don't know how much they had to pay for that. I don't know if they have to give up. All right, so so check it out. This is what I think they did. Besides paying money, I think they gave up a larger share of the split when it comes to digital sales, right? So normally they collect something like 70%. 30%. I think they gave them the 20-80 split. 20-80 split, 80 goes to Rockstar and 20 goes to Sony. And then they're able to get the market, and then they probably gave them some cash. I think that, right? And if you think about it, that's a lot of money to lose based upon how many of these things are going to be sold. And I think that's probably what they did. And if they did, I don't know if it really works for them, right? Because I don't know if I'm Sony I would take that deal. I personally would have took the 30-70 split, keeping my 10 intact, and the game is coming my way anyway, and just let, if Xbox is gonna do the 20-80 split, let them deal with that. But you're gonna make so much more money with that 10%. I don't know. I don't know what the splits look like. I would love to know what the splits look like, to see what it looked like. But I think there's something along the lines like that. So I don't think it's absolutely layaway, but I think they gave part of their soul away when it came to it, just to make it look like it's PlayStation exclusive. PlayStation believes the live service attracts users across globally. In a recent interview with Famitsu, WCC Tech, Hideki Nishino, the president, and I told, when I was on Reforge, I said Noshino. He was like, he busts out laughing. The president of Sony Interactive Entertainment shared insights on PlayStation strategy for live service titles. Nishino emphasized that Sony believes live service games have the potential to reach players on a global scale. The company aims to revitalize the market through both first-party and third-party content. Me personally, I don't believe they have the balls to get into that fight. I do believe that they don't have the gumption or the constitution to withstand something long and drawn out without returning investment immediately. I don't believe that's how their business models is. I think the company is made up in a manner to which they cannot bleed any money on any title, so they will effectively cauterize the wound in order to move forward. Hell, they have done stuff as cut off the limb when it comes to games like, studios like Bluepoint. They didn't get a chance to even bring you anything. So I don't know if Sony is, I don't know if this is lip service based upon how many live service games they canceled. They had 15, they canceled 12. So you do the math. If they were serious about anything, they would have been serious about marketing in a way that made sense. They did have titles that was able to achieve what I think they could have achieved, but I don't believe that they have the fortitude to withstand the type of stuff that happens in this market. It's a scary market for them. I believe that Xbox and Microsoft is willing to withstand some stuff, but if you guys happen to game on Xbox, let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a quick hack. And I'm going to show you something, what you can do every day, right? I'm going to show you. This is what I do. You see this right here? Jules? I play Jules every day. I play it all the time. And I play it at least 4 or 5 times a day. And in doing so, I get gamer score. I claim reward points. Now you're going to say, King, why do you do that? Well, I do that while I'm passing the day because I'm not all the time I'm around a console. And if I'm playing on Game Pass, I get my reward points. If I'm playing a game that drops down in Game Pass, cool. When I'm on my PC, I make it my business to play at least 1 or 2 games on my PC, through the Microsoft Store. I make it my business to search through Bing. And I know you're going to say, why? All right, because when you're invested into the Xbox ecosystem, it gives you back reward points. And those reward points can be used to buy every type of thing. But being that everybody is going crazy, absolutely going bonkers, ape, gorilla, monkey crap for this one game, Grand Theft Auto 6, I think you would start to listen to me because not just my man, Mr. Boomstick XL. A lot of you guys in this chat has done this. Now, I know you're going to say, yo, King, why the hell would I use Bing? Bing is trash. Buddy, if you have children, force them to use Bing through your account. They're doing homework searches, use Bing. They're doing research for school on a project that they want to do, use Bing. When the wife is searching the internet, use Bing. Google is not going to give you no goddamn reward points. But Bing will. Bing will. So I don't care how terrible the search engine is. I'm trying to run it up on these bumps. I want everything for free. I don't want to pay a fee. And if you think that I'm joking, just listen to me and follow the game. Well, this is brought to you by Pure Xbox and my man Frazier Gilbert. Seems to be that he's back off of vacation. A PSA, Xbox Rewards allows you to reduce the price of Grand Theft Auto 6. You've got plenty of time between now and November. Trust. Today's the day for Grand Theft Auto 6 pre-orders across Xbox and PlayStation 5. And we've covered yesterday the base game costs 80 badines, son. 80 badines. In the US, and the Ultimate Edition costs $100, son. $100. Yeah, pretty much what we expected, but certainly not cheap by any stretch. If you want to get this to happen, go make it happen, Captain. There's a great way to reduce your GTA 6 through Xbox Rewards and Microsoft Rewards program. However, which will be obvious, those who are already used to it, but perhaps not to anyone who doesn't pay much attention to it. Trust. If you've never used it and you've accumulated all these points, there's going to be a smile on your face. It's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. Imagine you've been down with this for like 10 years and you have not used it. Well, buddy, oh, pal of mine, welcome to the party, pal. The water's fine and you're going to love it, because what's going to happen is once you start, you can't stop. So this is going to be fun. In a nutshell, the reward scheme gives you points for completing certain tasks on your Xbox console and beyond. If you complete enough of them between now and November, you could probably rack up at least 50,000 points at a push, enough to shave around $40 off the price. The game in time for lunch. Of course, some people are already doing this with the points they have saved up for the pre-order. Listen, you don't think Xbox knows this? You don't think everybody in the know knows this? This is for you individuals that ask me, what makes Xbox better, King? This makes it better. This makes it better. I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to tell you how to save $1. Squeeze that nickel until it holla. You got to do what you got to do. If you don't value your money, who will? These dudes is trying to make sure, they won't tell you, use your reward points in order to get this game for a cheaper price. Hell no, spend your dollars. They don't care, give me your money. And then they will cut the rewards program and your money will go away. Use it. If they want you in their ecosystem, they want you to work, use it to the best of your ability. And look at it, because it's like college, right? Like, watch. I'm gonna tell you like what the goals are for today, right? So let me see. Go back here. See, I'm claiming some reward points right now. See, it said claim reward points. Hold on. Why aren't you looking at it? Why are you trying to see me? Don't see me. See that? This thing is so stupid. It ain't focusing on this. Anyway, I claimed my reward points, right? My reward points is right there. You see that? Click that. Boom. Go back down. Now, it says tap and play Jewel, play a PC game and get 20 points, play a game on console, you get 20 points, use the Xbox app. Just for using the Xbox app, you get a +8. Tap Jewel, you get a +10. Weekly PC bonus, you get a 260 plus when you finish the weekly. Weekly console bonus, you get a +260. Play a Game Pass game, you get a +20. And it goes from first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, you get a +80 times. For 2 weeks, you get it. It's times 2. For 2 weeks, you do it in a row. For 6 days, you get a +20. And for 7 days, you get a +40. And then it shows you the Game Pass 4 that you can get, right? If you pay 4 Game Pass games in a month, it's called the Game Pass monthly 4-pack. Like I was playing Forza Horizon. I got 2 more to play. Well, actually 3 more to play. I was playing that game pretty hard. Please, pause. I got 4 days left, so I got to get busy right now. So I'm just going to play 3 more games really quickly. You get a +80, right? And so there's a Game Pass monthly 8-pack that gives you 560 plus, right? So if I knock out 8 games within this month, and not knock them out, just play them. Play them for 20, 30 minutes a piece. You can get 560 points. You can literally make this thing happen as much as possible. right? At the end of the day, you're in control of how you play. You see, Xbox wants to keep you engaged. Xbox wants you linked in. Good. LinkedIn, Microsoft, get it. Anyway, why not? Why not? Why not get free stuff? When they're able to just take away your movies, lock you out of your games, why not use them? You're going to use your time anyway, right? Well, use it at benefit. Be smart. Now, how many of you guys have reviewed Grand Theft Auto 6? Come on, tell the truth. I want to know exactly who you are. Who's doing this? Pure Xbox. Fraser Gilbert. Grand Theft Auto 6 is highlighting a flaw with the new review system on Xbox. It already has over 2,000 reviews on there. How the hell are you guys reviewing something you ain't get? How? How, Sway? It should be that they could show that you have progress in the game in order for you to leave some type of review. How in the world, in the most disingenuous thing that I've seen, we've seen some Amazon amazing console features being implemented in the Team Xbox over the past few months since Asha Sharma took over. And at least in our opinion, we feel that the user review system should get some attention as well. Hell yeah, if they doing this. Grand Theft Auto 6 in particular is highlighting a flaw with the review system at Xbox right now. The game has over 2,000 reviews already on the US version store and is not even out for another 5 months. Here's the examples. Maybe now I can get rid of the old ha and here. Yo, I'm going straight to the strip club. These guys is giving it 5. Look at this. Look at this. 5 stars across the board. Look at this. Who's doing this? Look, can't wait. Love 5 so much. I'm really excited. Started in Colorado. Now we are headed to Japan. Forza Horizon 1 and 6. What the hell has that got to do with it? I like Forza Horizon 4 and 5. I hope 6 is good. What the hell has that got to do with the rating? Jeez. Jeez. This is a flaw. The way this works is that anyone who pre-orders the game on the Xbox store is allowed to review it, even before the release date. Look around the store at games like 007 First Light, Lego Batman, and Forza Horizon 6. It's clear at least some of the pre-order release reviews survived those titles, with Forza Horizon 6 in particular having a lot of reviews that are just talking about how hyped they are for the game or how much they don't care for it. That sucks. It's still probably not a massive issue in the case of some games like Grand Theft Auto 6, especially considering how the review system sorts by most helpful, and any pre-release comments will get pushed to the back once it's actually launched. But it's undoubtedly skewed to the results at least a little bit. I think that you should not be able to leave a review on a game unless the game is reviewed and they can see that you put time in the game. I think that should just by basics be something fundamentally that should happen. I don't think that you should be able to pre-order and leave a review. That's stupid. At the end of the day, they can cancel their pre-order. The review probably stays up. But then what? Right? Come on, man. Fix that part. But see, I don't go around reviewing games on my Xbox. Now, for you console warriors, like myself, the numbers are in for May. And it's a bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. Shaq News brings you both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series sales were down in the U.S. in May. PlayStation and Xbox sales dropped significantly during the month of May, according to Matt Piscatella, Senior Director and Video Game Industry Advisor at the market info company Sakana. Piscatella broke down the sales of and other video game data for the month of May on Blue Sky, which is kind of crazy because Blue Sky sucks. Listen, I don't care how somebody politically leans. I'm not going to leave a great app to go to a whack app just because these guys lean some type of way, or those guys. I'm just sorry. I'm just not like that. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have to agree with anything Elon does, and I don't. But damn, bro. The app was dope before he got there. Nobody told him get his ass over there and buy that app. Why you buy the app? Make my friends leave. Now I got my friends over there on Blue Sky. They can't even hear me yell. It sucks. Sony suffered the most, seeing 50%, 58% drop in units compared to May 2025. PlayStation hardware unit sales fell to their lowest May total since 2020. 2000. Piscatella says Sony only had the PlayStation 1 on the market in the 2000. In Xbox news, we dropped only 12%. Oh, May of this year, Microsoft worst performance in gaming since November 2001, when the original Xbox debuted. There was a silver lining, however. Hardware spending did grow to 70% year over year, a fact that Piscatella attributed to Microsoft raising the console prices. Yo, Microsoft said, we may not gonna sell, but we gonna make our money. Man, the average price paid for a new unit on video game hardware reached $502 in May, up 14% compared to a year ago, $440. Buddy, this is crazy. You say, where's the licensing scandal? Damn, right? Where is it? We did it. He said, dude, if it releases again, there'll be 30%. Piscatella observed, May 2026, PlayStation 5 average pricing increased by 33% versus a year ago at $672, with Xbox sales up 22% to 524. Nintendo Switch continues to find success, having sold 5.9 million units in North America alone, a figure that has offset the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series console sales slumps. Listen, we know they're going to raise prices. Nobody's buying no consoles right now. Gas prices is up. Eggs probably got back down to where it's supposed to be. He said, use the MSN app, King. I'm using it right here, bro. I'm right here. I'm using it. What's wrong with you? Yo, you don't think I don't have it running in the background? Buddy, I'm on deck Bing all day, baby. Like, yo, listen, man. Yo, listen. Bing all day, baby. All day. I'm going to use it. I'm going to get my points. I'm going to get in. You said any news about the Fallout 3 remake, King? Not that I know of yet. Not that I know of. We got to get past the bad news on the 30th. After the bad news on the 30th, this is what they're going to do. This is par for the course. These studios are going to get ramped up for the layoffs. You're going to have bad news next week. And, my birthday is next week. Yay, the 2nd. Let's get to it. I will not be on Iron Lord's podcast for the weekend of the 4th of July weekend. I don't know. They should take off. It's going to be a great weekend. I'm going to probably be in Jersey Shore for the weekend. But this weekend, we will be here. But next week, right after the 30th, on the 30th, you're going to get the bad news, whatever the bad news is going to be. And then you're going to get stuff from Sony. You're going to get layoffs. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. Studio mergers, closures, releases, studios restructuring. You're going to get the tally that way. But then you're going to get a wave of good news. You see, because what they're going to do is what they always do is give you the bad news, and then they're going to give you the good news to make you feel good about yourself, to entice investors. And they're going to talk about the titles that they do have coming, the titles that they do have in the works. With Asha talking about larger titles that they're going after, with the Fallout series actually being key to that, based upon the transmedia aspect of the title. trust that it's going to be showing up. I don't know what they're going to do with the Skyrim stuff, what's going to happen with that, but we're going to be hearing more talks about whatever Bethesda has working on over there with ZeniMax, what's going on over there. Xbox stuff, they're going to be ramping up for Halo. Halo is supposed to be a large title. Don't be fooled. If Halo goes over to PlayStation and it doesn't hit the 5 million mark, again, you're going to start seeing different languages surrounding the PlayStation titles going over there. So I don't think they have supreme confidence in Xbox titles over in the PlayStation ecosystem based upon the return of investments of the ones that they did send over there. Noticing that they send over, let's say an average, they send over 15 games. Out of that 15 games, 3 of those games actually saw some beachhead, made some light, actually land fell. But the other ones died in the water. So you got to think about it that way. Is it feasible to find just multiplayer titles that have already established IPs and go through those? Because that's the larger thinking. If you're thinking about it, Fallout is an IP that is transcending upon both ecosystems, right? With the Oblivion remake, that looked really good, sold really well. Is those titles that have some type of remnants on both ecosystems that they'll be focusing on because she wants to boost up the numbers. So I look for that to happen. I look for that language to be wrapped around stuff. Oh, let's go.
At Pat12345A donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Microsoft just invested in some oil company for their AI centers. Of course, the prices are gonna go up. Microsoft is main company.
Yo, I told you that. Like everybody told me that the AI bubble was supposed to pop, and no, it's not. I know about that too, what you're talking about. It sucks that the one that's doing the most harm happens to own the brand we love. But what happens though? They have the boatload of money. You have a CEO on a mission to make her mark and to move on. I don't believe that she's going to be there for 10, 15 years. I don't think that she's going to be long in the tooth there. I honestly believe it'll be 4 years. She's going to fix the program and get the hell out of the way. That's my opinion. I could be absolutely wrong. I don't know her from a can of paint, right? But what I do know is your past deeds predict your future endeavors. And I honestly see her past deeds as deeds that she went, fixed, and moved on. So I think she's going to go, she's going to fix, and she's going to move on. What does that truly mean to us? I think we're going to get a fixed Xbox. What does that mean, though? What does a fixed Xbox mean? Does that mean that the titles that we have, we're going to see flourish? Or is it going to just be big titles only with smaller IPs trying to survive? I heard something that was concerning to me from a friend of mine. And it said, ID at Xbox could be in trouble. If ID at Xbox is in trouble, then you're removing the sunshine from Xbox. Because ID at Xbox, every time we go to one of their events, I get a chance to see developers that are struggling to get their titles seen. And it's just such a wonderful thing to see when they actually break through and those titles do come out. Now, I do know that Microsoft is funding a ton of those titles. And maybe by removing ID at Xbox, they can save a couple of other studios. My question is it worth it? I don't know. That's a question for another day. But this portion of Xbox Frontline News, we start to get busy. And when we start to get busy, we start to get reckless. And when we start to get reckless, you know what time it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. Presents the featured event of the evening. As tonight, presented Boxing After Dark.
Fight talk, can't hit a thing when the lights off. Can't talk heavy with a light jaw. Fight talk, can't hit a thing when your lights off. Can't talk heavy with a light jaw. Might win, might lose, or might draw. Welcome to the combat talk. Haters in love, but it come back salt. If you really want it in the ring, I gon' send the contract off, knock his contacts out. You a field mice trying to take a viper. Ain't no competition in the ring of cipher. Cause I'm spitting venom and I'm swinging fire. Talking pickled peppers, make them pay the piper. Cause I might go left like a rude discussion and deflate your chest like a boob reduction. You be talking like you want a new concussion. Send a dude a custom attitude adjustment. These are fighting words, better give me that respect that I deserve. For another knuckle sandwich I would serve. Have him tipping, moving like a tire swerve. Out here acting bad, thinking Michael Jackson even got his one and only homie capping. You a phony homie, now you owe me action. Have him singing Tony Braxton. And they all wanna talk for attention, but the fame only lasts for an instant. Mama got hands, so I'm bred for the tension. I'ma leave him red, you can dance to redemption.
I'm just restarting it right now. There we go. Hold on. Oh, we got an update? That's crazy. I'm surprised that it didn't update when I was whatchamacallit. Let me put that down here. Yep, didn't know I had an update. But let me jump inside this Discord to hang out with my guys. What the hell is that? That's crazy. Nobody's in it. Good. You said we're getting bi-weekly updates? I haven't turned this Xbox on because we didn't have fight night last week, right? But we had the fight night the week before, so it has to be like 2 weeks I haven't turned it on. Did I check out the Avatar fighting game? Behind closed doors. It didn't come out yet. Did it come out yet? Let me know if it came out yet. It came out yet? If it came out yet, then I get it because I know I didn't want to review it. I wanted to purchase it. You said my this Xbox is collecting it? Yeah, this one. All right, this is the one for work, bro. I have the other Series X that's over there. I have another Series X that's upstairs in the other media room. Has a Series S that's inside the living room with the PlayStation 5. Got a Series S that's inside my grandson room. I got a Series S that's inside my bedroom. Got a Series S that's all the way upstairs with my son's room. I got a PlayStation 5 Pro that's inside the living room. And I have a PlayStation 5 that's upstairs with my son. So, what do you mean? I have a Switch 2 that's right here. My ROG and my Steam Deck is inside my bedroom. What's up? Bro. Relax, bro. Trust and believe. My Xbox get played in this house way more than that PlayStation. And